Okay.
All right. Am I live, y'all? Can y'all hear me? Cause I don't know if I'm live or not. Cause this YouTube been acting up. So I don't know, y'all. It says I'm live. That's what it's saying. It's saying I'm live. So I don't know. Let's see somebody say something. Let me know if y'all can hear me or not. Hey, there you go. What's up, Solo? What's up, RSB? Can y'all hear me now? Okay, cool. Because I did with the StreamYard. I've been just regular. I couldn't hardly get up. I was on my tablet trying to come up. It's like kept cutting off and everything. Yeah, y'all. Man, okay, so I'm on the old motherfucking iPhone here. You have to keep them old phones. They come in handy sometimes the way shit is going now. What's up, Solo? Thank you, thank you. I ain't heard from you in a while. Well, you know, I haven't been on here for a minute anyway. I was trying to see. I don't want to do too much now. I want to be able to. I don't know how to put people up on the panel. I don't know, and they changed so much of this stuff. Yeah, keep them old phones. Yeah, girl, because they work out miracles because they got all the old memory in there in the first place. So. You know, because you have to constantly change. This technology constantly changes. So yeah, I've been going through some shit. I've been in I just got out the hospital. I just like, oh my God, so much creepy shit be going on these days. Shit just be happening. Shit just be happening, y'all. You be like, what the fuck? So I'm gonna get back with the business. I just been I just been shit, been busy trying to take care of my damn self. Shit be happening. So much other shit going on in the world. We just trying to motherfucker stay afloat sometimes. Oh, everything's so damn hot and everything, you know. This fucking monster president we got, this motherfucker that lost his mind and shit. All kind of shit happening. All kind of shit is happening around this bitch. Motherfuckers, goddamn. So I just been, you know, trying to keep to myself. I've been going through some changes medically. Got some conditions going on. See now, Joy. Yeah, see now like a motherfucker. I ain't all the way there yet, but shit. You got to motherfucking keep your eyes and ears fucking wide open, shit, because you never know what else is going to fucking transpire, shit. We living in them days now, the heydays. Shit is like off the charts craziness. We in fucking provoked wars. This motherfucking maniac, he a motherfucking monster, yo. He starting shit with isolation, all kind of shit. Yeah, that motherfucker's off the fucking chain. He pulling off. He just doing every motherfucking thing they can. Like he is just a vile. He's so vile, you know. He is such. He. I mean, man, motherfucker. Somebody. He human. He ain't human. That motherfucker human. He's just the worst part of a human being. That's all the fuck that is. That motherfucker is just a vile, disgusting piece of shit. Man. It's just, I mean, all the shit that's going on is just fucking unreal. And other countries trying to steal the fuck away from us. Like, fuck that. Can't trust us. Can't do none of that shit. Val's a good term for his dirty ass. It is. He's vile. You know, that motherfucker is just no fucking good. No good. It's fucking ridiculous, like, how fucked up. I mean, like, come on, United States. I mean, like, I know you motherfuckers racist as fuck, but damn. For real, though? Like, you can see through that shit? I smell bullshit before it even get near me. Like, I mean, man, I'm like, oh my God. And the only reason why this motherfucker is president is because of racism. That's all it is, racism. And these white women dependency on they fucking dirty white ass husbands. They vote with them. They talk all that shit like they with democracy, but actually they gonna fucking vote however they motherfucking husbands vote. Cause they dependent ass bitches. And think they better than us Negroes. Nope. You never can be. And none of you motherfucking translucent ass motherfuckers. You could be neo-Nazis. You just translucent. You just attached to shit. And that's what you be. Damn, you don't even have a soul. Just translucent. Translucent ass motherfuckers, man. They just motherfuckers. They're nothingness. Shit. Supreme. You ain't supreme about shit because most of you bitches dumb as fuck. And pay for your goddamn credentials and shit. And you can get them, you can do that, you know. Because, you know, you're translucent. You are nothing, made of nothing, you are nothing. You're nothingness. You're not even white. You're translucent. We see through you motherfuckers. Been doing it for a long time. You attached to some shit. That's what make you something. But you ain't nothing. Love a dog more than humankind. Yeah. They racism got them in this situation because, to be honest, truly as a black person, I know my struggles and the things I've struggled with, my friends and my family, their struggles. But white people don't really have struggles because they, whatever the fuck, as soon as they get a chance at, as soon as the start of a struggle, they get bailed the fuck out because of who, they skin color, and racism. They don't get a chance, but now these motherfuckers struggling, and they chose it for themselves. We was trying to tell them. Now they fucking around and finding out. And they don't like it. And they wondering where we at. We right where the fuck we supposed to be. We chilling. Now you motherfuckers get it, it's y'all turn now. Handle that business. Handle that business there. Because now they not taking our rights, they taking yours too. And y'all voted that bullshit in, so I guess now's your turn. It's y'all turn now. Fuck. I just came on the fucking live. Just doing a live. You seen that boy killed his parents. Now they say he's cool. He's cool? Or school say he's cool? I don't know. I ain't seen, because, I've been in the hospital, so I haven't, been up on my cable news and shit. So another one? They always do that shit. They kids crazy than a motherfucker. I'll say he's schizophrenia. Yeah, of course they gonna give a motherfucker some kind of title to get him off a little bit. That's what they do. That's what they do. They come up with any kind of mental illness, drug shit or whatever. But with us, we can have black folk. They can have mental illness. We the doggest dogs. we inhuman. But they'll get them motherfucking hunkies a title after they killed their motherfucking parents. Oh, it's just schizophrenia. They don't want to stand accountable for shit that they do. The guy who played on Archie Bunker. Yeah, they don't give them fuck, man. They don't want to be held accountable for nothing. That's their culture. Because, see, the only culture that those translucents have are, they skin color. And they think they're supreme. And so, they get a pass. Anything other than that shit, you're like fucking, okay. Yeah, no, that's bad person. That I mean, like they always labeling other minorities because they so fucked up and it's in their DNA. They they always fuck up. Uh and they I don't know. Yeah, oh but God they use they use religion because basically all they are cults. They're cults, and they just play off religion. These super fucking conservative Christians. They're nothing but a bunch of pedophiles and killers and all wrapped up in one. The motherfuckers are the worst for real, and it's in their DNA. They can't help it. From the beginning of time, they always been some cruel fucking. Their culture is cruelty. That's what their culture is. Xenophobia, homophobia. Uh, they prejudice as fuck. Not neo-Nazism. They all that shit wrapped up in one, and so they'll take a minority of people and use them as the bad guys to steal from all of us. That fucking old, nasty ass, stinky ass, white, dirty ass, red looking, makeup wearing bitch is stealing this country dry. Including Gump. Yeah. Yeah, they stealing this country dry, and the people on the lower end of the totem pole are the ones that pay for all that shit. He's trying to make this shit a kingdom where he could just live free and fuck up every fucking thing. They're trying to kill us, basically. You got RFK Jr., that dumbass bitch, that conspiracy theorist motherfucker. Oh my God, this motherfucker. Don't even mention a motherfucking measles shot for your babies when they're born. Like, I mean, like, this shit is so ridiculous. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you motherfuckers? I do not get this shit. Like, what the fuck is going on? I mean, how fucking vile and stupid you motherfuckers, how low can you get? These motherfuckers go all the way to the devil. I swear they so fucking low. It's ridiculous. You'll be like, what the fuck? What is all this bullshit for? What is it for? Why is it happening? Why the fuck is it happening? It's so cringeworthy. It's just fucking cringe. So I don't know, y'all. This shit is it is the beginning of the end of some shit. So I have no idea. I just know the new year is coming in and I want to be all with it. With some new shit. I just got the fuck out the hospital, so I'm cool. I'm chilling. What's up, trucker? Hey, trucker, how you doing? Girl, I just got at the hospital yesterday evening, and so I'm glad to be home. I said I just do a little live just to let everybody know I am alive. I am alive, so I'm just here. Shit, I've been trying to go live for the longest. Shit, I took a nap. I got up, I'm like, damn, I didn't know if it was the same day or the new year, brought the new year. I woke up at about 7. I'm like, damn, is it 7 in the morning or what? I did, I went to sleep early, shit. So I'm like, damn, let me talk to a couple of folks. I'm like, let me do it live. Because I know I haven't been posting this shit. And shit like that, I ain't been posting. So I'm just, I don't know what this shit is. They got this poll up here, y'all. Thank you, Jesus. So glad you are home, and I pray for your speedy recovery. Yeah. I'm recovering, girl. I think I was just a case study. Shit. I'm like, what? The observation. I go in for one thing and they want to take, man. My shit was, on the outside looking in, my shit was super serious. So, I go to the hospital, because, I hate fucking going to the hospital, but I went, took my ass to the hospital because my shit, I got tree trunks for legs now. And I'm like, what the fuck? I see the pole, Joy, God got you. I don't know how that pole got. I don't know, something you always do. It just appeared, and I tapped on the seat. I have a bad habit of, cause I'm like a curious cat. I'm always poking at shit. Let me try this. Let me look at this. What this gonna do? What that's gonna do? And I be doing shit, and then I can't even get rid of it. So I just be leaving that shit up there. It says something you always lose. And so, is that Paul? That's what you see. Because this shit just came up there. They got some brand new shit going on now. And I'm like, I ain't with it. I ain't went live in a long time. I usually just go to my video shop and record my shit. Oh, okay. So I'm like, shit, something you always do. So fuck shit. Let's do the poll then. Shit. Anybody else come in? Let's do the little poll. Cause something I always lose. What you always lose, Eris Trucker? What y'all always lose? Something you always lose. I already know what I always lose. Put it in the chat there. I gotta figure out how to get somebody up here. I don't know how to do it this way. I never did. I never figured it out. Cause I be just hitting on shit. And yeah, so yeah, let's poll. Let's do this poll. A second sure it was uploaded to your channel. It's on this. Okay. That nasty ass cooks champagne got me sick as fuck. No, you don't do cooks. You gotta do what's the champagne I just thought? It wasn't cooks. It was the other one. Damn. I got that was my champagne. Not it wasn't cooks. It was the other one. They got another old school one. It's still around. God damn, I cannot. I can't remember the name of it. But yeah, Cooks was always, man. We go, back in the day, we go to the little sets and shit. They had a Cooks champagne out. That was the shit then. That was top notch shit back then. And that shit, cheap ass shit. Well, we was in that shit. I know I was like, okay, I'll do that. Let's have it. Fuck it, I ain't care. I wasn't buying the shit, so I have lost keys to people I love, not Andre. I've lost keys to people I love, not Andre. Okay, so something you always lose is keys to people. Okay, let's see if somebody else come in here and answer that poll. Something they always lose. I know what I always lose. I go see if somebody else say something. Yeah, y'all hit that poll up. Yeah, this shit, what time is it? Oh, it's almost that time, y'all. Your glasses. Okay, that's a good one, yeah. That's a good one. Oh, your chapstick, yep. My damn mind. Every time mind. She lose her mind. Well, mine is what I always lose is my temper. My fucking temper. I'll snap the fuck off. I'll be losing it. Almost like my mind errors, but it's my temper. My temper, I always lose my temper. Because I'm very impatient and shit. And when I lose my temper, it's not like a big blast of things. It's just like a frustrated. I get frustrated, irritated, just I be disgusted with shit. love came, connect. Why was my family's cheap wine? Okay, connect. Yeah, my Fire Stick remote. I kind of keep that shit close to me because that's all the fuck I do, trucker. My TV is on 24/7, 365 days a year. That motherfucker never be turned off. I never turn my TV off. That motherfucker, it might be on silent, it might be on hold, but that motherfucker is never off. Hey, kickback. That motherfucker is never off. My TV is on all the fucking time. Yes, it's on all the time. Yeah, I know about that. Kickback in here. What's up, Kickback? Where you at? I ain't see you coming up in here. Well, there you go. Hey, Kickback and girl. I still lose that darn remote in the bed. Okay, you know what? Now, I do lose my remote in the bed. Because it be right up under me sometimes. And my big old ass be like, where the motherfucker, where the fuck is it? Where the fuck is it? And it be right up under me. I'll be like, damn. I'll be pulling all the covers and shit off, like, and it be right up under me. Yeah, I can get with that one. Yeah, this shit be right up under me. I can get with that. Yeah, I always lose the fucking remote too. Yeah, that damn remote. And my TV is on 24/7. I don't even be watching it, still be on. I don't never turn the bitch off. I just be there. It's like, company for me since I live alone. So that's my company. Yeah. We almost there, y'all, at the finish line for the year. Going out, going into a new year, new year, new year. My sock when I'm sleeping. Oh, your sock, yep. I be trying to hold on to shit though. I know, me too, but shit. Man, I'll be dropping anything. I'll just put anything down and be like, damn, what did I do with that shit? Man. I mean, it's very easy to live alone, but then it could be very kind of frustrating too because you can't, you lose some shit. You can't blame it on nobody. Say somebody moved your shit, so you gotta curse yourself out. You gotta curse out yourself like, you dumb bitch. These Mexicans finna start clowning out. Yeah, cause they be shooting. Hey, boom, boom, boom for the new year coming in. Mm-hmm. They better stay silent and shit, because they just gonna let ICE know what the fuck they at. And the motherfucker, they better use the motherfucking guns to shoot at the ICE, because the motherfuckers gonna be coming for them. They get to shooting and shit, the police gonna be like, yeah, there's no fucking Mexicans. They gonna call up ICE and come get their ass. They better be scrapped. Yep, your forks. Oh my God. Yep. You know what? I didn't think about that because I always got, and I live alone, and shit still be happening where I lose forks or either it's the spoons. I'm like, what am I doing with these motherfuckers, with these instruments? What am I doing with them? I'm the only one in this bitch. So, yeah, that shit is weird to me, though. It's really weird to me that your instruments just come up missing. Like, and I used to think it was the kids just throwing them away when they empty their plates or something. And that was actually happening to me. And I live alone, ain't no kids. And I know I ain't throwing no shit in the garbage. So it's weird. That's really weird. Yes, yo. Oh, my place is so screwed up. Somebody be stealing my fork spoons. They be stealing your shit. Oh, fuck, I don't know. I don't know. Shit. Yeah, I gotta give me a pet so somebody I can blame some shit on. Hey, what the fuck you do with them damn socks, kitty? Playing with my socks again? You just gonna have somebody blame some shit on. Yes. We got the countdown, y'all. Oh my God, it's 11:59 and counting. We almost there. Thank you for being here. We're gonna doing this live. Hey, I'm just gonna stay live, y'all, while I do a little something around the crib, the things that I can do for this new year. Yeah, so I bring the new year in, cleaning up. Countdown. Countdown. Start the countdown off. Errors B. Yeah, I'm finna roll me a square, man. I ain't go out. Go get me none, so shit. I ain't feel like it. These swollen ass legs of mine, so like I don't wanna be doing too much because I know I gotta clean up. Countdown 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year, y'all. Happy New Year. Yeah, it's a new year. 2026, y'all just hit, man. Just hit the flow, yo. We there, y'all. 2026. Let's party like it's 1999. Happy New Year, Kickback. Happy New Year, LSB. Solo Ghost to Shana. Happy motherfucking New Year. Happy New Year, y'all. Man. Happy motherfucking New Year. Jesus. I don't hear shit over here. Well, you know, I live in University Town. I don't hear they damn mouth yet. They probably gonna come out in space, making a whole lot of goddamn noise and shit. And they'll be out. I'll be hearing them. Happy New Year 2026, y'all. 2026. And count. And why is YouTube acting crazy though? YouTube is acting fucking full-fledged nuts. Like, I guess everybody on the shit. There's a new year coming in, so I don't know. I don't know, because it's been acting crazy. Even on my TV, it's not connected. Keep telling me, try again. It's like, what the fuck? Come on, man. What y'all doing? Y'all done got so big now. You can't keep the fuck up with your fucking customers? Shit. It won't shit your way. Gotta make it right for everybody else. Shit. Ooh. Man, I had that Italian beef from Al's and shit, man. I love Al's Italian beef. That's the only thing I really would order if I don't feel like cooking and shit. Get me a motherfucking Al's Italian beef. Yeah. I'll be on it popping. I can't even pull up YouTube, not even on my TV, y'all. What the fuck going on with the tube now? Did Donald get to their ass too? They got a lot of different changes and shit now. Okay, all right, Eric. I'm just live, shit. I'm just up. I'm trying to get YouTube. It is not fucking with me. Like, what's going on here? It's not connecting and shit. 50 Shades of Blue, 50 Shades of Blue. It's good. Let's keep trigger me. Let's see what the fuck who else. My shit not connected. Everybody's laughing. I live in a.
Hey, that long star. There you go. Better. That long star. All right.
That's Trigger Man. He on. I can't. They live. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know why my shit. Why it won't hook up? I'm trying to get it on my YouTube and keep saying try again. So YouTube, I guess they done broke the motherfucking internet. They done broke the internet, y'all. Happy New Year. We got a new year in, y'all. Happy New Year, y'all. Happy New Year. Oh yeah, Happy New Year. Yeah, I'm just gonna be live. Shit, I gotta clean up. Shit. Been in the hospital, get out the hospital, I gotta do this shit. And put my peas on, my black eyed peas, y'all. Put on my black eyed peas. Yeah, so I did this part. I'm trying to get it down. It won't go down nowhere. I sure was uploaded. What is I getting the shorts for? Why is the shorts being uploaded? Let's put that thing down there. It won't go nowhere. Can't get rid of it. I'm trying to get rid of it, but it ain't going nowhere, y'all. Yep, I can't. What the fuck is going on? I cannot get the let me see on my tablet. It's up. Let me see. Let me look for something. Let me see. Okay. That's coming on.
Okay. That's coming on.
Okay, so I don't get it. Why they're not let's see. Lincoln Project. Magus fucked. Let's see, is this him for real?
At the Federal Bureau of Prisons, we all have different responsibilities.
You know, a lot of them are hanging around the Gulf of Mexico and the Yucatan Peninsula area. It's great. It's tropical. Dinosaur friendly, right? And then one night, up in the sky, there's something a little brighter than the rest of the sky.
This is Lincoln Project.
Next night, it's a little brighter. Next night, it's a little brighter. Now, I don't know if the dinosaurs had any sort of cognition to look up and go, hey, there's something bright in the sky. But you know, all creatures are alert to changes in their environment. So maybe they did. Maybe they were looking up in the sky and they saw that meteor getting closer and closer and closer.
I hear some
At that
fireworks
last
over
moment
this
before
way
the meteor
too.
hits, everything was the same for the dinosaurs. It had been the same for millions of years. They roamed the earth. They ate either other dinosaurs or plants. They were pretty happy. That's the way it had always been. And then the meteor starts to plunge through the atmosphere. Now, first off, it sets the atmosphere on fire because the thing's like 6 miles in diameter. It's big. It's big. It's a honker. Plunges down through the atmosphere. Strikes in where the Yucatan is today. That big hole in the Yucatan is part of an artifact of this meteor hitting the Earth. Chicxulub or something like that. But what I've never said out loud, but I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. But the moment after that meteor hit, hypersonic shockwaves raced around the Earth. It dug a hole 100 and some miles across, melted down to the rock, down to the damn bedrock. Hypersonic shockwave kills everything for thousands of miles. Clouds of dust fill the atmosphere.
What the fuck is you talking about, man?
Within days, the temperature of the Earth has plunged. There's no sunlight getting through. Basically the Western Hemisphere as we know it today is on fire. And that was the end of the dinosaurs. By and large, in the Cretaceous period. That was the end. That meteor came down like the fist of God. And this is a long intro for the story. There's another meteor approaching the Earth right now. It's a political meteor. And the MAGAs are looking up in the sky. And they're looking at the election results from
What's
November.
up, Vanessa Egger?
From
Hi,
last
baby.
week.
Happy New Year.
Or this week, rather. And they know that meteor's coming.
Happy New Year to
They
you.
The world about to change.
Yeah.
Maybe they're a little smarter
Happy
than the
New
average
Year.
dinosaur. Although I can make that argument. in either
2026,
direction.
y'all. Let's make a
But
difference.
they feel the Earth is about to change.
Because we got a
They
whole
know
bunch of bullshit going
That
on.
what they've been doing for a long time has been
I'm just
complacent,
going live.
lazy,
I just got out the
counterproductive,
hospital, so I was like
dumb,
just chilling.
cruel,
I said I'll just
idiotic.
go
And
live,
unlike
get
the
some.
dinosaurs, they could have stopped this
So
meteor that's
YouTube
coming
will
toward
know
them.
I'm not
That
dead.
meteor is the 2026 election, and it is a big,
Let the
big
people know I'm
dinosaur-sized
still
elephant.
around. Hey,
Folks,
what we
I
listen to?
am
Happy New Year.
broadly
I had to
a
stop to
skeptic
pray. That's right,
of taking
Eris.
one election result and
I'm listening
extrapolating
to the Lincoln
an
Project.
entire campaign
It's
cycle.
a
And I've said
podcast
this
that
for
I
years.
listen to.
You know, people who say, we won this one race in this one place, and somehow that means we're gonna sweep everything. But I am a guy who notices big patterns. I am a guy who watches for trend lines, through lines, stories that develop over time in a way that tell you what's coming. And right now, there are 3 through lines you should think about. The first is that Donald Trump is a historically unpopular president. As of recording this, his approval for economic matters is at 31%.
Damn.
Saving our country.
We took a look at how Americans are thinking about President Donald Trump as the year comes to a close. His approval has fallen on several of the key issues that were important to his re-election last November. Take the economy. In March, about 4 in 10 U.S. adults approved of how Trump was handling that issue. It's since fallen to 31%.
31%.
Mm.
That's some Herbert Hoover level stuff, guys.
Yep.
George W. Bush during the financial crisis did better. Joe
Yeah.
Biden during the inflation crisis did better. Jimmy Carter during this stagflation crisis did better. Donald Trump is a historically unpopular president, and the Republicans can't escape it. They cannot escape that unpopularity.
Nope.
Hey, everybody. It is that time of year again when we're all confronted with that eternal question. What is it I'm going to give my family members, my loved ones, to show them that I care about them, that I want to keep them around? You know, every year you could give somebody a gadget or a sweater or even something very lovely. But those things don't buy you another minute with a family member. Every year we spend billions of dollars on gifts that essentially, gather dust. But the greatest gift, especially discovering this as I get a little older, is something you can't wear, you can't show off, you can't display. It's the idea of feeling your best. Superpower helps your loved ones take control of their health so they can feel better, live longer,
Is this an
and have more time
infomercial?
on this earth with you, your kids, their grandkids.
Oh my goodness.
Superpower is a new kind of health platform that helps you finally get answers about what's really happening inside your body and what to do about it. It's one simple lab test.
Let me move you along.
And some cities in the country.
The Republican have been endorsed by Donald Trump,
Let me move back.
by Ron DeSantis, by every human Republican on the planet Earth. They were all cheerleading for this guy. And a woman, Democrat, won the mayor's race in Miami.
Yeah, we got a
Now,
woman
Republicans
mayor,
may say, well, it's a
Democrat in Miami.
blue county and a blue city. Republican dominance in Miami-Dade is a matter of historical import. They have done very well there for a very long time. It has produced massive swings with Hispanic voters up until this year, headed towards the Republicans. You know why? I'll tell you why. Give you a quick clue, a quick Miami political lesson. Because Democrats hated to go down there and say, Fidel Castro was a monster who should burn in hell for 1 billion years.
Hello.
And so the Republicans would say, well,
Happy New Year, baby.
he's obviously a communist.
made it to
He's
your
obviously a socialist.
destination?
She's obviously a communist. She's obviously a socialist. That's what they hit the Democratic candidate with over and over. Communist, 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 socialist.
Oh, okay.
But you know
You
what?
left yesterday.
Didn't
Oh,
work.
okay.
It was yesterday, wasn't it?
It didn't
Yeah,
work.
maybe yesterday.
This is a red
Okay,
flag.
yeah, that was yesterday. Yeah.
It didn't work.
Yeah,
It didn't work.
It was today.
Because sometimes Democrats
Oh.
don't take the culture war
You
bullshit.
No, the bullshit was being for so long, but
It didn't work. Because sometimes Democrats learn that message of affordability and economic
Okay.
prosperity.
So what
She
part you
talked
in?
about
What
making
y'all at,
housing more
Miami?
affordable in Miami.
No, we in Dallas, Mom.
Oh, y'all in Dallas? Oh, y'all
Guys,
went to Texas.
If you
Y'all
looked
in
at Miami
Dallas.
real estate, you'll
Oh,
know
okay.
it's now the home of the 1964 3-2 brick bungalow, 1,100 square feet, for $3 million in a shitty neighborhood.
It is.
So somebody
Yeah,
came in and ran
'cause,
as
you
a
know,
candidate
that's
saying we're going to
kinda
build
like
more housing
rural.
that people can afford.
Let me
And
see.
Even if you in the
people
major
went for
city,
that.
you still in
Guys,
a rural
it's a big clue.
compared to another major
So
city.
you got that House
Like,
race. You got the mayor's race in Miami.
Thank
You
you,
also had
LSB.
a state
Love you
Senate
too.
race.
I'm just
Very
gonna be
Republicans.
live. I'm just gonna be live. Let's get some
Very Republicans.
Trump
won it by
woke
40%.
hours shit. So I'm just live.
The Republican candidate for state Senate
I ain't
won
doing
it by
shit
8%.
special.
so for the Happy New Year.
Their world is falling apart
Huh?
around them. That I pick up in Georgia
Yeah,
this week as well.
I'm on
The
live. I'm
tide
just doing it
of
live.
Trump's
just to get some
unpopularity is
watch
driving
hours. No, I ain't
an
doing nothing
electoral
like that.
outcome
It
for
on
next
something
year
else shit. I was like,
that isn't the modest,
yeah,
look,
come
we're
on,
going
I
to pick
clean
up
up.
6
I
seats
need
that
to
D.
clean
Trip is
up.
talking
But
about.
yeah, but man, we didn't win pretty.
No
We didn't
Republican
have to
seat.
that Buck no.
The numbers even vaguely stay in the framing they're in right now. With less than an R plus 10 is safe. I've written and talked a lot about wave elections. I wrote a piece this week about wave elections. In my lifetime, the wave elections were 1994,
Yeah, you need to
2006,
yeah.
2010, and 2018.
It's not
1994, Republicans were able to activate voters who thought government was being too expansive, who were not happy with Bill Clinton, who were not happy with what they perceived as overreach, and most importantly, felt like Washington was corrupt and broken and didn't do anything for people like them.
And I accept my share of the responsibility in the result of the elections. The new Speaker of the House,
we can get
Newt
anywhere.
Gingrich,
We
says
get all
he's
in
heard the message
suburbs.
too.
We got public
This is not a
transportation.
mandate to move in
They
a
don't have
particular
that shit
direction.
there in the
I would like
motherfucking
somebody to
state.
explain to me what a mandate would look like.
The Democratic chairman, David Wilhelm, said simply, we got our butts kicked.
Yeah.
And you can see how badly by this. In every race for the Senate, the House, and for governor yesterday, not one incumbent Republican lost. Republicans are now the
Okay,
majority party
Aaron.
both in
I'm
the Congress
I'm
and
just
in the
gonna have it
governor's
on
mansions
live,
across
yo.
the nation.
I'm
The only power base the Democrats still have is the one that was not at stake
yeah, they
yesterday,
don't be
the
having,
presidency
they don't
itself.
have
By the way,
they don't have public
mock
transportation
the
like
contract
we
with
have
America
here.
all you want. There's an iron law of politics. That is that a plan beats no plan every time. Asserting you have a plan beats no plan every time. Contract with America looked to Americans like a plan. Like it or hate it, it worked. 2006, George Bush. Unpopular war, high gas prices, staggering economy, unemployment creeping up. It was ugly. We knew it was coming.
Washington turned upside down. The Democrats in, Rumsfeld out.
If you look at race by race, it was close. Cumulative effect, however, was not too close. It was a thumping.
Even the president could not find a silver lining this time as Democrats partied from coast to coast.
Tonight is a great victory for the American people.
Republicans licked their wounds.
The people of Virginia, they have spoken, and I respect their decision.
Don Rumsfeld lost his job.
I've named a good man to succeed Don Rumsfeld, former CIA Director Bob Gates.
And both parties rethought the way they do business.
We knew it was coming because it had been triggered by Karl Rove right after the election in 2004 going out and saying, well, we're going to spend that political capital and we're going to cut Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid. Keep that in mind. Because you may hear that song, may have heard that song again last year or this year. Unpopular war, weak economy, perception that the government was broken, Katrina, yet left a perception the government was broken and unable to deliver for real people. Wipeout. House and Senate lost. 2008 goes by, we elect Barack Obama, and Obama has a mandate, he has a big victory, but he starts to overshoot on what was then an extremely unpopular and controversial healthcare plan. Again, speaking of the moment, we can debate that all we want later. The Tea Party movement, which emerged organically because of a deep fear of taxes and spending and government intrusion and all these things. Yes, it was instantly hijacked by the Koch brothers and everything else, but that movement emerged in 2010, and Democrats kept laughing it off and saying, come on, everybody loves what we're doing.
In historic midterm elections marked by voter frustration, resurgent Republicans racked up huge gains Tuesday, taking control of the House and cutting deeply into the Democratic majority in the Senate.
It's a big night for Republicans, really, really tough night for Democrats.
The GOP victories in the House were their biggest House gains since Republicans added 80 seats in 1938. Ohio Republican John Boehner, who will likely take over as House Speaker from Democrat Nancy Pelosi, called the results a repudiation of Washington business as usual.
For far too long, Washington's been doing what's best for Washington, not what's best for the American people. And tonight, that begins to change.
Tea Party-backed Republicans kicked off the winning streak with early wins from Senate candidates Rand Paul in Kentucky and Marco Rubio in Florida.
A message that is loud and clear and does not mince words. We've come to take our government back.
The polling did not love what they were doing. And again, argue all you want whether the healthcare plan was good or bad or necessary, but the voters didn't like it. They felt like government was getting too big and too much in their pockets and too much in their lives, and they rejected it. They rejected it in a way that rang the bell in D.C. Barack Obama himself said we took a shellacking.
Now, I'm not recommending for every future president that they take a shellacking like I did last night. I'm sure there are easier ways to learn these lessons.
And that wave election really reset a lot of how DC felt for a long time. And it was the proto moment of the MAGA movement emerging out of the angry grassrootsy side of the party that hates the Washington Republicans as much as they hate the Democrats. 2018, Donald Trump gets into office in 2017. Yeah. He immediately fucks it up. He immediately acts like a complete jackass. People hate it. People hate him. By the way,
you've been there for a minute now.
Seats had two big elements to it. One, Nancy Pelosi said to candidates and the people recruiting them, find the right person for the district. They don't have to be like us. They have to be like the district. Smart. She's smart.
Yeah.
And the second point was...
Wait a minute. I thought it was 2024 that was fucked up. It started in 2024, didn't it?
Hear that line again. And it absolutely blew the doors off.
Millions of Americans turning out to vote in what has been perhaps the hardest fought and certainly the most expensive midterm elections ever. Let's get right to the big headline, the results in the battle for control of Congress. Democrats taking the House of Representatives, surpassing the 23 seats needed to seize control and flip the majority. Exit poll numbers from today show a majority of voters disapprove of his job performance, and most people who went to the polls say they oppose the president. And interestingly, when voters were asked what is the most important issue, healthcare came in at number one, way ahead of immigration, the issue the president chose to highlight in the closing days of this campaign.
We are keying up for the next big wave election of our lifetimes. Unpopular president, weak economy, unpopular foreign wars, e.g., we're about to go to war with Venezuela, which... You tell me the argument for it, and I will happily listen. But other than ExxonMobil wanting offshore drilling rights, I don't get it. Nobody's a fan of Maduro. It's going to be an unpopular war. And yes, we will beat them handily. We will beat their asses on the front end. We had Saddam on the run in a couple days. How'd the rest of that work out for us? Not so great.
You can't get to that.
So Maduro, I don't know, maybe he dies in an airstrike. Who knows? Do you think American boots on the ground are going to result in a peaceful democracy in Venezuela? It's going to be popular. It's going to work out well in the middle of an election cycle.
You fucked it up. It's torn.
So unpopular president. Shaky economy. Unpopular foreign wars. And finally, Trump brings something to this election cycle. The other part of the reason this meteor is going to hit so hard, and that Republicans have no defense on it. You saw this crazy first night of the affordability tour this week.
The one thing you need steel. You know, you can give up certain products. You can give up pencils. That's under the China policy. You know, every child can get 37 pencils. They only need 1 or 2. You know, they don't need that many. But you always need steel. You don't need $37 for your daughter. 2 or 3 is nice, but you don't need $37. So,
look, I would tell you that another sort of iron law of
they won't
politics
service it because you make too much
is
money.
the first
they want
night
you
of a
to pay
tour
out
is
of
always the
pocket.
best. The first night is when the candidate is fresh. The advance team has gone all in. They worked the press. They worked the details. They know what they're doing. And yet Trump went out there for 97 minutes.
Charge you according to
And first off,
the
as
money
you know,
you make.
I am not shy about cursing, but Donald Trump was like senile dementia level potty mouth up there.
we had a meeting, and I said, why is it we only take people from shithole countries?
He was playing the greatest hits.
Bum, 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 bum.
The revenge tour, the name calling, the racism, the bullshit. Fine. No Republican candidate running for office in a swing seat woke up that next morning and said, I can't wait for him to come here with the affordability tour.
$200K
It'll get loose. It'll get worse. It'll get more chaotic. It'll get much uglier. The name calling, the racism, the bullshit will get much worse, not much better.
Yeah.
And you know, folks, Donald Trump being politically unpopular, being personally unpopular, and the cluster of issues that matter most to voters right now, jobs, the economy, prices, affordability, and inflation.
Okay, wow.
That's about 50%.
Happy New Year, making glass.
Of the net cluster of
Wait a
issues.
minute,
that
what's
voters
that?
matter.
Hackett, glass. Happy New Year, honey. I'm just live. I'm just going through the podcast there. I just got out the hospital. I was in the hospital for a couple of days, and so I wasn't able to see my news podcast.
They don't care about gun control. They don't care about LGBT stuff.
So I'm
they don't care about
just
anything
going
else.
live. I haven't been
Democrats,
live in a long time, so I'm just
Because this is
doing it
another
live.
part of
I'm
this
up here
elephant we
cleaning
really need to pay
and
attention to.
everything, and bringing in a Happy New Year on some cleanup
Not
shit. I'm
making
gonna
those things
put me some black eyed
those
peas on
social issues
and make
the
me
center of
some
your
dinner,
campaign.
yo. For the
Does not
new
mean
year,
you
and
are on
I'm
the
just
wrong side
live,
of
yo.
history
Just
on those
come on
issues.
in, hit that like button
means
for me,
voters have
and
told us
you
very
know.
clearly what they want
Thank
to
you.
talk
I'm
about.
working on it. I'm working on
They've
it. Thank
told
you
us
for
very
coming
clearly what
in. If
persuades
you're not
them away from the
subscribed,
Republican
hit that
Party.
like button for me. You
It is
know, hang
inflation.
out, hang
It is
around.
jobs. It is
You know, I'm
affordability.
just getting some watch
It is
time
energy
hours
prices.
because I haven't been live
Those
in a
are
minute.
the
So, you
arrow
know,
through the heart
I'm just
of these GOP
listening
candidates.
to my
They cannot
podcast while I
defend
clean
themselves
and
on
talk
it
on the phone. You know,
because
this is
Trump
the
is
new
wrong
year.
on all these things.
And we here.
Trump is
So,
wrong on
you're
all of these
welcome.
things.
Just come on in, babe.
He is the
Sit tight,
meteor
relax, listen
that's
to
going
some
to
shit.
kill his own
This is one
party.
of my podcasts.
And they
It's
have
called the
nowhere
Lincoln
to go.
Project. This
They
is
cannot
real
run away
news.
from it.
They have
cannot
real
hide
shit. They're
from
not
it.
like the
They can't
foxes
wave it away.
where they lie
And you're
to
going to
you.
see a lot more
They give you
retirements
truth on
from
this
the
one. And
House.
so that's what I'm
You're going to see a
presenting
lot more
today.
retirements from the
I'm
House
bringing the new year
for a simple
in,
reason.
y'all. So
Some of
you're
these guys are going
welcome,
to go back and run
Thank
for a
you.
state senate
Yes,
or
indeed.
governor
Yes.
or
Thank you for coming
police commissioner
in.
of a city or whatever it is.
Yeah. So, wow.
Because they recognize we're in a wave election. They recognize the meteor is coming at them. I want to go through one last part of this, about this year, about the tonality of this year. It's really important for Democrats to stay on. That big cluster of economic issues that I just described to you, hugely important, wildly important. I can't overstate its importance. But Trump is giving you one more element of this. It's like a small meteor flying next to the big meteor, and that is corruption. Donald Trump is the most corrupt president in American history, bar none. I included Ulysses S. Grant in that. There is no more corrupt president in the history of American politics at all, bar none. No debate, no negotiation. He is stealing money in ways that are unimaginable before this time. He's extorting people in ways that are unimaginable before this time. He's accepting bribes, free airplanes, deals from these foreign countries for his son's golf resort businesses, crypto scams of whatever variation and permutation. And while people are lining up at food
dirty ass
banks,
president, y'all.
Donald Trump is slapping Timu gold leaf bukkake all over the walls of the White House. Donald Trump is telling people that the biggest priority in America is to build a golden ballroom so that his billion-dollar donors can come and have a place where they feel comfortable.
President Trump announcing plans to build the 90,000 square foot ballroom over the summer, also including partial demolition to the East Wing when it was originally stated that it would not interfere with the existing White House structure.
There was a strange moment when he tore the East Wing down on the White House. Very odd, biochemical kind of moment. A lot of people, even in Mogul, was like, what is going on? Why is this happening? Why is he doing this thing now? It's because he doesn't give a damn about the economy. Donald Trump, through his crypto scams and the bribes that he's been given and all the other things that are going on right now, and the way he's monetized the White House, is a lesson for Democrats.
White House.
Because, it's easy to say, oh, he's making the billionaires richer. Yeah, he is. And you should talk about that.
That motherfucking dude.
But the thing that hits the gut, the thing that hits the heart,
I wonder what
the thing that makes people
the next time the next go around, they better have some better motherfucking snipers. Goddamn,
vulgar ballroom.
This shit getting ridiculous.
This obscene
handout
in front of everybody who walks in the Oval Office. Give me
we need a professional.
Give me a crown. Give me a gold medal.
Target.
Give me a peace prize. Give me. Americans aren't giving
people. Goddamn target.
We really are. And in this season, there are a lot of folks who are strained, who are still suffering. Donald Trump's shutdown of the federal government hurt a lot of folks.
A period pad on his ear and all those idiots.
His continued trade war is hurting a lot of folks.
What the fuck?
And when you link together the harm he's done, right? When you link together the harm he's done, with the callousness of his greed and selfishness and weirdness and obsessiveness about the ballroom and the gold-plated 747 and all those things, it becomes unspinnable for Republicans.
Yeah.
If you're a Democratic candidate, I think you should look at your Republican opponent whenever you can and go, ballroom, yes or no? Ballroom, yes or no?
They're going to be like, yes. They don't give a fuck.
747, gold-plated 747, bribe for the Qataris, yes or no? Should the president's sons be involved in crypto scams, yes or no? Should the president be doing deals where he's going, peace deals in Ukraine, where he and his friends are going to be involved in developing the mineral rights for the pieces of Ukraine they hand over to Russia? Yes or no?
Mm-hmm.
Ask him. How's the economy doing? Isn't it an A++++++ economy, as Trump says?
But I do want to talk about the economy, sir, here at home, and I wonder what grade you would give
A+.
A+.
Yeah, A++++++.
Or is it Joe Biden's economy, as Trump also says? Which one is it? Your Republican opponents this year. Your Republican opponents. Every one of them is living in absolute fear right now.
Yeah, because they know their president is delusional. A fucking liar. A fucking
Were you
criminal.
recently injured in a car accident?
A motherfucking criminal.
They know how unpopular Trump is. They know how unpopular his policies are. They know also that little bump Trump got in 2024 with young black men and young Hispanic men and white guys age 18 to 40 approximately. Well, he's back down to about 5% with black men. He's back down to about 11% with Hispanic men. The coalition he put together that year, it's fading.
Mm-hmm.
It's falling apart. He thinks he's going to get it back again. You saw it the other night. Oh, we're in the trans issue.
But can you imagine that? Or I have stopped men from playing in women's sports. They'd say, this guy's crazy. Men don't play in women's sports. Stop men. Well, that's another thing. We stop men from playing in women's sports.
Guys, Democrats, you got to follow the rules.
Mm-hmm.
When they bring up the trans issue, You need to look at them and say, you seem really obsessed about that. It seems to really fill up a lot of your time. Does your wife know? That's your weird thing? Because you know what? I'm thinking about the economy. You're thinking about people in the bathroom. I'm thinking about the economy.
Mm-hmm.
You're thinking about transgender athletes. I'm thinking about whether people can put food on the table.
Right.
The culture war crap is a trap.
Mm-hmm.
And the trick is not to argue with them, because they're not good faith arguers. They're not good faith opponents. The trick of the culture war trap is to say, moving on.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what's important. Assert what is important. Assert what matters. Let voters hear you from your heart and your gut telling you what matters. Let them hear you say, I understand that you are hurting. I understand
New
you
Year,
are scared.
y'all. Come on
I understand
in. You're
that you
welcome.
can't figure it out.
I'm just
You can't pay
cleaning
your
up and
bills.
got a
Let
live
me be the
feed
person who
going.
says, and I'm not going to
Catching
let
up with my
Elon Musk
podcast that
and
I usually watch every day, but I was
data
in the hospital,
centers
so
and all this other crap
I'm just catching up.
steal you the life you're working for. We're going to stop this. We're going to hold people to account. We're going to make people pay their fair share. We're going to get to work together. There is an opportunity here for Democrats against these Republicans, because they are in the Republicans are in the path of the meteor.
Mm-hmm.
It is coming so fast. It is coming so fast. They will not be able to scamper away from Trump. They will not be able to redefine themselves from Trump if Democrats do the work and stick with affordability and the economy and jobs and listening to voters where
fucking
they
racism. That fucking
are.
cult
Listening to
like
voters
fucking mentality.
as they are. Don't try to educate them on your pet policy issues. Go to the voters. Respect them.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to them. Because that meteor that's coming for the Republican Party, if Democrats do this right, if Democrats do this with heart and with brains and with some political skill,
Mm-hmm.
it's an extinction level event for the Republican Party. It puts Donald Trump in a position where the last 2 years in office are an endless misery, are a torture, are no fun whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
It lets Democrats get to
pass not
doing
one
what we call
motherfucking
the
bill
work
can't
of the
do
people,
shit. Can't
to
talk
undo
shit.
the harm,
Cut off the
to
fucking
rebuild the
gas for
sinews
this
and
as
fabric
well.
of this country. That meteor, folks, is coming fast. That meteor is big. And it seems like it's getting bigger by the day. And I don't see an economic or political miracle for Donald Trump in the offing. And that meteor, when it strikes, it's going to hurt them in ways they have never imagined before. And I'm sure, like I said, some of those dinosaurs were looking up in the night sky and saying, what's that bright thing?
Mm.
Right before it hit them. And that, my friends, is this week's elephant in the room. Hey, everybody, I am delighted to tell you that we are available on all kinds of streaming, all kinds of podcasting, all kinds of written content verticals. Every week you can catch it. It's running on the outside of the paywall now from Lincoln Square because we wanted more people to get to see it. And
let's see what the Midas
folks are really complimentary. We're really grateful for that. On Thursdays, you can catch me streaming on The Breakdown from Lincoln Project with my host, Maya May. It is now a 5-year-long show.
Did you experience inappropriate behavior from a bishop, church leader, or member at any LDS church when you were younger? A global settlement is happening right now.
Oh, they've sort of lost their,
I think he needs very desperately right now to have people talking all day Thursday about this speech, or all day about this speech before the Epstein Files release. Mm-hmm. I think he needs noise and spectacle and cover, because on Friday they're going to roll out the Epstein Files, and I am willing to bet anyone it's going to be redacted through the freaking
I love you too.
And
I'm just going out because I haven't went live in a while, so I'm catching up on my podcast.
Criminal procedures.
I like good information, not misinformation.
Not pretty. And I think he's looking for a big
And
fat
I just got out the hospital. I was in the hospital for a couple of days, so I missed out on my podcast.
Will he use
what's going on?
his accomplishments to try to boast about
So
that?
I'm just going live. I'm just doing some
to distract people.
just cleaning up. I just went back and I haven't been live in a while, and I haven't posted
Yeah,
any
and everything
food.
is about resources,
So-
right? Newspapers, media only have so many reporters who can cover
Year.
things. And so now everybody
Girl,
who's
yo, I'm just
preparing
live.
and getting
I
ready
had
to
to
cover
clean
the
up.
release of
I
the
just got out
Epstein
the
files
hospital.
and perhaps, what's going on in
So,
Venezuela.
I
Now,
missed
a
some
lot
of my
of people are having to
podcasts,
divert
you
their
know,
energy,
what's
their
going
attention,
on.
and their resources to
And that's all
covering
I'm doing
tonight.
while
And
I
so
clean
that means
up. I
going
just
into
got a live
Thursday, going
feed
into
going. Y'all
Friday,
welcome,
that
welcome,
people are going
welcome,
to be
and welcome
exhausted. We're
in.
already exhausted.
Happy
Coming
New
off of
Year.
last weekend, anybody who has to pay
I'm
attention to any of this
listening
stuff
to
is
this
exhausted. And
podcast
so
here
now he's made it.
this podcast here is with Rick Wilson and Maya May. They are and see, I like to look at real news. News that people actually they have receipts. It's not lying Fox. The Fox News, those fuckers lying and playing around. They're not serious. Newscasters, and just what's going on. And so I have my little thing with different podcasters and stuff like that. The Lincoln Project is one with Rick Wilson, Maya May, the Midas Touch. There's a lot of real news where they have real receipts. It's not bullshit, and so that's what I'm catching up on because I wasn't able to do that while I was in the hospital. So that's what y'all hearing while I'm actually cleaning. I'm glad you all came in. Lynette, how are you? Happy New Year's to you. I'm glad you stopped through. Thank you for coming through. I'm just doing the live, just doing the live while I clean, and people come in and say hello and Happy New Year and all this stuff. You're very much welcome. Thank you.
So that no one's getting any sleep this week. Merry Christmas, I guess. Yeah. So yeah, that's my take. Other than my prediction, thank you.
We'll see what happens. Our last topic for this is about these ACA subsidies and the potential extension. So as of this recording, 4 House Republicans have now signed on to House Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries' discharge petition. Now it's 218, enough to force a floor vote on legislation to extend enhanced ACA subsidies, which are set to expire in 2 weeks. Can you explain to the layman what's going on here, why these particular Republicans are flipping on Johnson and Trump, and how this could affect a potential government shutdown in the coming new year?
Look, part of this is that there are 26 congressional seats that we're going to focus on at Lincoln Project that are very vulnerable.
Yeah.
That can be won. Because we don't want to win 5 or 6 seats as a majority. We want to win a lot more.
Right.
The 4 people so far who have jumped are in some of the most vulnerable seats in the country. This tells you about
well, they know where the fuck they are.
Economic damage that Trump has done to these folks by increasing the cost of health care coverage for Americans, including a lot of his own voters. They are scared.
Most of his fucking own
right
voters.
Now. These people are living in pure white-hot terror right now because their voters are about to be hit where their health insurance bill is going to go up from $500 to $2,500 a month. They understand that they don't make a stand on this and get an ACA extension, they're going to go down in dozens, not in a handful. This is a really ugly moment for them, and I really feel for them. I really
don't. They voted for this bullshit. That's what they asked to get.
Well,
being
and
prejudiced
they're taking
and
it
racist
almost
and all.
to, I mean, they're running out of time, right? So this is like the midnight hour kind of thing, and they haven't had a single plan that anybody can get behind, let alone other Republicans. And so
they motherfucking ass stupid. They don't know how to create a plan for no health care. They want to
seeing what those bills are going to be and having to decide whether they're going to sign up for that 2 times as expensive insurance or just go without insurance.
Right.
So going into Christmas, where they're trying to figure out, okay, what money do I have to spend on things, right? Budgeting is happening right now.
Sure.
All eyes are going to be on this. And so that's what happens. And so Mike Johnson right now
is looking kind of like an asshole that he is, because this is something that.
Oh, look, Mike Johnson. Mike Johnson right now has the stench of death on him. Okay, he has the stench of political death on him right now. There is no world where Mike Johnson wakes up in the morning and goes, "Man, we're doing great."
Yeah, just a lot of worlds. He wakes up and he goes, "Oh, I haven't seen anything about that yet." That's
right.
I
made a list yesterday of excuses that Republicans make. I haven't seen that tweet. I'm just focused on my issues. What? I can't believe the president would have really said that.
How you been doing? How your baby doing?
It's working out great for you, Mike. Working out great.
So the state of, again, to go back to Trump's speech that he's doing at a time when literally even on Fox News, on all this, you can't, the numbers don't lie. People are suffering. I saw a number, I think it's 34% of people have skipped a meal to save money right now.
That's right.
In Trump's America. Skipping meals.
Yeah, none of this, folks, is normal.
It's not.
None of this is normal. And the fact that Donald Trump does not have an intuitive understanding anymore of why it's happening, to my mind, is a fascinating example of what's wrong with him.
I do hope they'll be able to study his brain once he is passed. And they can figure that out. Because
from this country, he don't care.
I'm agnostic about it. I don't know. I'm not sure what we're going to find in there, but man, he is really blowing it with the American people right now, and even with his own base, folks. You should go into one thing this Christmas knowing this: Donald Trump's own base is peeling away from him. You know, it's weird.
That would never happen.
It was a mushroom to start, and now it's an onion.
Mm-hmm.
Mushrooms grow like overnight. Mushrooms grow like instantaneously when they pop out of the ground. They like, a mushroom can go from like a spore to a mushroom in like half a day.
Mm-hmm.
An onion, you start peeling one layer back and another layer back and another layer back. We're in the onion phase, and the peeling is getting closer and closer to the core of that base. The guy only has approval of 31% on the economy, people. He is blowing this for the Republican Party. They will never understand it until
it happens.
Until the pain impacts them next fall. And you should go into Christmas knowing that politically, he's in the shit. And it's a good thing.
That's what it should be, because he is
that's the gift that keeps on giving and doesn't cost so much, and you don't have to wrap it. You won't have to be.
That's exactly right.
With wrapping paper going, oh shit, I should have done this sooner.
I was going to try and segue it, like another gift that keeps on giving, which we'll see what it gives when it comes out. This is a really truncated lightning round because everything that happened this week was so massive. But I have two items. The first being that the trailer for Melania's movie dropped today.
I saw that trailer, and I cannot wait to not see the Melania documentary.
I just knows a way to pirate it. I don't want to give them money, but I kind of do want to see it.
Oh no! Everybody should go to the You should have a designated watcher per, I don't know, quadrant or city or something, who goes in with an iPhone and just records it like this. I want to know, because it's about the 20 days before inauguration, and the only documentary people really need is what she was doing on January 6th.
Right. That's what the fuck I want to know, too.
People were doing the behind the scenes
white
on
counterparts
that.
was shitting on the Capitol.
That's what the American people, I think that's the documentary that we want to see. Nobody wants to see this shit.
Right.
Yeah, the only
nobody give a fuck about Melania
on this lightning round is Elise Stefanik's pants.
There are tailors in this world. They actually exist. I have.
How could she make decisions?
There are tailors in this world. They actually exist. I have.
How could she make decisions for her constituents if she can't make decisions about her pants?
Hold on.
What kind of shoes is she wearing under there? That's the question.
Okay, my computer's glitching out. I can't get the scricshot loaded in, so I'm just gonna read what.
It's okay. We can just keep roasting Elise Stefanik. I'm fine with that.
Rick asked chat, is this what is called a fashy haircut? Fashy is internet slang, not a real barber term, but yes, this cut is pretty close to what people online sometimes call a fashy/Hitler Youth type look, a very severe disconnected undercut, sides shaved, very tight with the top slicked back. Oh, there you have it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Here we go.
Every bed bug in our house
she
died
got?
within 3 days.
Yeah, okay, so-
My pest control expert showed me how homeowners are getting these
Alright,
incredible results for less than $30.
My people
It's a
call
small
me. I gotta
device
go
that
on my
emits
other
these
phone,
safe
y'all. I'll be
ultrasonic
back.
waves.
I'm still streaming. I'm just gonna be streaming, y'all.
I'm posting that motherfucker to my Twitter right now.
It took ChatGPT 48 seconds to come up with that, and I think the Lincoln Project team came up with tweets even faster. So there you have it. We're better than AI. Social team is better than AI.
Better and better
All right,
and
so
better
with all
and
this-
better.
With all this said, it's like a little bit of a holiday wrap up and some, food for thought for people as we go into break. Because we will, the next time we see you lovely people, it will be 2026.
That's right.
I hope.
My question for you guys.
I'm putting the hat back on for the closing
Yeah.
moments.
With all the horrible shit that's happened this week and this year and the way that it's affected people's lives, is Trump and Trumpism losing its grip on the people who thought that it was going to work for them? And, how and when?
Yes.
Whatever it may be for folks, I just encourage you to prepare yourself and pace your optimism and positivity for next year, which is what I did not do this year. And so I ran out and I was just running on. Do something nice for yourselves and a stranger this through 2026. Make it to the midterms in style as opposed to screaming, which is what I feel like I'm wanting to do right now.
Maya and Rick, what are your New Year's resolutions?
To not murder anyone.
I was gonna say, everybody thinks I'm they think I'm naturally nice and sweet, and I'm no, I have to work on this. My natural reaction is to want to punch people in the throat for things. And so this year I'm going to try to engage in productive conversations with my disengaged friends who think they can enjoy democracy without doing the work. And so I'm going to, instead of attacking them, I'm going to say things like, oh, well,
Bless your heart.
I'm reading some books on cynicism and how to talk to people that we disagree with on things that seem to be so freaking obvious that if you don't put the work in for the society that you live in, that it's not going to freaking work. America's a startup. Do the work. And so that's my resolution.
I like it. Listen, I like it.
A happy and healthy New Year from all of us here at The Breakdown.
Yes, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah, all of the things. I am wearing a festive holiday hat, as all of you can see. I'm sure there will be memes made of this at some point that will be amusing for some of you. Probably less so for me. I do not have a fashy haircut. I have no hair to fash. Anyway, Merry Christmas, folks. We love you all. Thank you so much for your support, your friendship, your kindness. On the day we were recording this, it is the 6th anniversary of the editorial we ran announcing the Lincoln Project in the New York Times. So we're proud to be with you. We're going to keep this fight up. We want to be with you till the as they say, the last dog dies. So, folks, Merry Christmas. Keep at it. Stay strong. And we'll talk to you again after the turn of the year.
Okay. So now I gotta see what's up.
I haven't been to the grocery store in months because this delivery service offers hundreds of high-quality, non-GMO groceries and recipes that help me feel my best daily. Hungryroot is the easiest way to take all the stress and guesswork out of eating healthy. Think of it as having your own
Okay, we're gonna go here. We're gonna.
Wow. Here we are.
Wow.
Here we are.
No, we are going away.
Didn't hear that. Tap microphone to try again.
Okay, you ain't hear that. Good, because I ain't say shit either. Okay, we're going here. What's up? What's up? What's up? Yeah, I'm just live. Yo, I'm just live. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in. Leave a like on your way in or leave a like on your way out. Hello?
Hello.
Hello. Hey.
Hello.
Oh, this Joy. I was calling for Josh. This Ashley.
I talked to him earlier. He didn't call me since.
Oh, how you doing, babe? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
How you doing?
I'm okay. Just chilling, watching TV.
Yeah, he called me and then I'm just calling him on a number. I don't know. Cause I'm live now on my iPhone, and so he was kept calling the iPhone, and I'm just trying to get the number, but shit, I don't know. So
the world is on fire as a result of Donald Trump's weakness. We've never been this close to a world war since, frankly, the beginning of World War I and World War II, as Donald Trump has destroyed an established world order. Let's just talk about what's happened just over the past 24 to 48 hours. You had President Zelensky of Ukraine visit Mar-a-Lago, where Donald Trump has been holding court at the Mar-a-Lago dining room. Donald Trump was parroting Putin talking points and saying to Zelensky that Putin just wants to help Ukraine and make things better for Zelensky. And you saw President Zelensky look at Donald Trump like he's absolutely crazy and a total and utter madman, because that's what Donald Trump is. You have China launching its most aggressive military operations or tests right around Taiwan. Taiwan has had to respond with putting its military on the highest level of military preparedness that there is. Donald Trump was asked about what he's doing to help Taiwan, and Trump said, I don't even know what's happening. What do you mean? China's running military tests? You have Iran saying that it is officially at war with the United States, with Europe, and with Israel, and says that it has more capabilities now than it ever did before. You have Kim Jong-un in North Korea testing cruise missiles. Remember when that would just take place, like under former President Obama, and people would be like, oh my God, that's so weak, you're letting Kim Jong-un test cruise missiles? Well, yeah, he's doing it right now, and it's maybe a footnote on what's taking place in the world right now. And that is related to, by the way, what's happening with China and Taiwan. And all of this is also an effort to intimidate Japan. And Japan and South Korea kind of feel abandoned by the United States, but we'll get into how Trump has also given up America's role in Asia, given up Americans' role in Europe, given up Americans' role in Africa, Central America, South America, really throughout the entire world. And also, Donald Trump mentioned on a right-wing radio program that we actually attacked inside Venezuela as like a throwaway line. And then Donald Trump was asked about it earlier in the day, and he's like, I don't know. Who cares cares whether we did that or not. That's what's going on in the world. And here in the United States, the Trump regime continues to cover up the Epstein files. As Donald Trump said during Christmas and the day after, 1 million documents were uncovered. By the way, it was uncovered by the Midas Touch Network when we uncovered the 1.2 million documents with the Southern District of New York. But in the small amount of documents that have been turned over, Julie K. Brown identified, the public was able to identify and see that back in 2019, Trump's DOJ was spying on Julie K. Brown. She's the top reporter who was exposing Epstein and his inner circle. And there are documents in connection with subpoenas and other things that were in the current files showing Julie K. Brown's flight itinerary was being looked at by the Department of Justice at that time. So we'll cover that. And also, Donald Trump's health continues to deteriorate while he was with Zelensky. It looked like both of his hands were now discolored, and on his left hand, it looked like now there was it looked like a hole. And again, we're just all somewhat speculating because this is yet another cover-up as Trump refuses to turn over his actual medical records. It looks like an IV that's been going into both of these hands, and that would explain a lot. But because Trump's covering it up, we're just left to speculate and give our informed opinions. And then I want to cover this as well. Another case got dismissed where ICE shot somebody. And this happened in Los Angeles, and I'm very familiar with this federal judge, and I'm very familiar with this Central District of Los Angeles or Central District of California prosecutorial office. And this federal judge dismissed this case where ICE shot a guy because ICE was refusing to turn over body cam footage. They were refusing to, or the prosecutors were refusing to turn over the basic discovery documents. And the judge is like, you're utterly incompetent. I'm dismissing this case with prejudice. And so yet another case where ICE shot somebody and then blamed the person they shot getting dismissed. And I think that shows you just how utterly incompetent this DOJ is on cases that are high profile, medium profile, and not so high profile. If you're a criminal defense lawyer right now, this is like your dream come true because this DOJ doesn't know how to function. But if you care about law and order right now as well, you're very worried because they can't accomplish basic tasks. That and more here on the Midas Touch podcast. Brett and Jordy, we've got a lot to discuss. Obviously, it's wild when I turn on the news just to see, and I hate corporate news. Like, are others covering this? Like none of this is being covered at all.
And it's certainly not being put in the appropriate context. I would say. I mean, you know, what you described when you're looking at what's going on with North Korea, with Iran, with Venezuela, with Russia and Ukraine. I mean, I think it's fair to call it like at minimum like some sort of Cold World War that is happening right now, and it's happening as a result of Donald Trump's complete and utter weakness. And it's happening to his complete and utter capitulation to these other powers. And it's also the philosophy of the Trump administration, as we've heard them say, as Marco Rubio has talked about, this multipolar world where you have basically three countries running the world. You have the United States, you have Russia, and you have China. And that's the way they want to carve up the entire world. And when you look at it through that lens, everything kind of begins to make a little bit of sense. And one of the issues with covering this administration, and I think the way that kind of corporate media has been trained to cover just the world in general, the kind of way their templates are set up for them to cover stories, is they typically give the person providing them with the information the benefit of the doubt that the truth is coming their way. And I think the Trump administration has taken advantage of that fact, and they quite literally lie about everything, and then they end up getting the headlines that they want. And then the research is done after the fact to go, oh, maybe they lied about this fact or that fact. Meanwhile, Donald Trump has gotten all the headlines he wanted about X, Y, and Z. And when you look at all the various things coming out of this regime, when you look at, Ben, like you were saying earlier, if you look at what's happening with ICE, if you look at what's happening with this Department of Justice and all the Epstein stuff, if you look at their horrific, you're supposed to, the Department of Justice usually has like a 99% conviction rating. That has absolutely plummeted because they are so bad at these cases and they're lying about just about everything out there. If you look at what's going on in Venezuela and these boat strikes, if you look at the stuff Donald Trump is saying about Russia and Ukraine, it's just lie, disinformation, propaganda. We essentially live in a Russian state right now with Donald Trump being the Vladimir Putin who's spreading the propaganda to us. So we cannot trust anything coming out of this regime right now. Nothing at all. We have to honestly speculate about everything, and we have to do our own research about everything. And that's why independent media is so valuable at this critical moment in our nation's history. We're going to dive into everything. I got to check in with Jordy first. Jordy, what's the latest?
What's up, brothers? What's up, Midas Mighty? Brett, well said. Look, I'm really excited for today's show because we have a lot of ground to cover, and you put it perfectly there, B. Corporate media is just failing left and right here to deliver people the accurate news. And so everyone knows that watches the show, we come with facts, data, and receipts, literally, and I'm excited to just jump on in. So, Benji, with that, where do you want to start off today?
Right, and you have the free world, which is not represented by the United States anymore. I mean, you have Ukraine, you have Europe, you have Canada, you have Australia, and you have some other areas, right? And they are referred to by Russia as the old world, and they're viewed as this outdated democracy, and that's not the way of the future. Right. Then you have this authoritarianism kind of creeping back, where you had these centuries of democracies and the idea of democracy spreading. Now you have authoritarianism back asserting itself with these strongmen leaders, which is what existed throughout most of history. And they're utilizing the disinformation that's out there and AI and all of these tools in order to effectuate what they're doing. I mean, and they speak to the authoritarians speak to each other through their authoritarian kind of language and lies and fake world that they create in order to justify the atrocities they're inflicting. I mean, you wake up this morning and you have Russia announcing right after Zelensky shows up, magnanimous. Zelensky shows up with a productive idea at Mar-a-Lago. Zelensky shows up and says, okay, so Ukraine and Europe is going to call the bluff of Donald Trump and Putin. Here's what we're going to do. Why don't we allow there to be a referendum, a vote to take place, that if you want territorial concessions, if you want Ukraine to give up eastern Ukraine, Donbass, other areas like that, let's just take a vote. Let's do a 60 to 90-day ceasefire so that we can stop the war. Then let's do a vote. And if ultimately, and we'll do a vote for the president also. If people want to vote out Zelensky, and if they want to vote to be Russia, let's just make sure it has all of the aspects of a free and fair election. Let's protect the free and fair election, and let's put it to a vote. And if people want to go with Russia, we'll allow that. But it has to be decided by people, because this is an issue of sovereignty. It has to be decided by the people in a vote. Right, a good way to really call the bluff of Trump and Russia. So what does Russia do right away? Well, they first put out a statement that says a ceasefire is just a prolongation of the war. It's an exact statement that came from Lavrov and Ushakov and Dmitriev and Putin. A ceasefire prolongs the war, stopping the war makes the war last longer. So that's what they went with originally. And then they realized, okay, well, what do we do? Just lie. Just make something up. And let's use the word terrorist, because that's a way to rally support. So what are we going to do? So if you woke up this morning, you may have heard the news on the Midas Touch Network that Russia's foreign minister, Sergei Lavrov, said on Monday, Ukraine attempted a terrorist attack using 91 drones against the residence of Vladimir Putin right around Putin's house, right around the area, but that Russia was able to stop it. Now, a drone swarm with 91 drones that would have to evade all of the other areas of detection, and nobody would hear the drones being shot at by any of the defenses anywhere, including by where Putin actually lives in kind of northwest Russia. I mean, the story made absolutely no sense. But then Russia put out a statement and said, this Ukrainian attack will not go unanswered, and that we need to adjust our negotiating tactics now to deal with the terroristic actions of Ukraine. And then Putin calls Donald Trump up right away and says, look what they did. They tried to kill Putin. Putin calls up Trump. They tried to kill me. They tried to kill me. And then all of the Russian propaganda that then goes out, which, by the way, Trump doesn't rebut. We'll show you in a little bit. Trump agrees with it. Trump's like, well, thank God I didn't give Ukraine the Tomahawk missiles, because they may have used the Tomahawk missiles to go after you, Putin. So I guess you're going to have to respond however you're going to respond. Like, don't you think that this was set up when Donald Trump was speaking with Putin both before and after Zelensky left? I mean, think about it. Trump said he spoke to Putin for hours and hours and hours. And when Trump was asked, well, what did you talk about? He goes, what do you think we talked about? I feel like we talked about, like, dinner or food or, like, what movies we like. You don't think that they were coordinating this strategy, and that when he met with Zelensky privately, that he was going to say, hey, you know, if you don't agree to the deal that we're doing, you know, they may be able to find some sort of pretext to start launching attacks on Ukrainian government buildings, right? And that's what was executed the day after Zelensky left. Like, duh, that was the plan. Duh, that's what Putin told Trump. Duh, that's the message that Trump delivered to Zelensky when they were there in private and Trump kicked out the reporters. And what Putin said he's going to do and what Trump threatened Zelensky with is he said, let me tell you what's likely going on. He's going to kill you, Zelensky. They're going to try to assassinate you. They're going, I could help. I can try to help you, but they're going to go after the government buildings in Kyiv if you don't agree to surrender. That's what went down privately, in my opinion. And how do you know? Just make common sense out of it. Putin and Lavrov execute that plan today. Zelensky comes out with a statement right away and says, this is all false. It's just yet another pretext to go after our government buildings and try to kill me. But that's what this is about. They're gonna try to kill Zelensky right now. I mean, let's be very clear, right? That's what they're going to try to do. And I think Trump gave him a green light to it. And I think that's what Trump was threatening Zelensky with. And that's what this meeting was all about in the freaking dining room of Mar-a-Lago. Brett and Jordy.
Yeah, we've talked about these pretexts before and how these authoritarian leaders feel the need to create pretexts in order to justify their autocratic actions. It's been a big theme of this podcast. We brought it up numerous times because it's Donald Trump's go-to move. And it's Trump's go-to move because it's also Vladimir Putin's go-to move. And this scheme that they've devised that was announced earlier today could not be more transparent. Look into the intelligence. He doesn't care to look into the intelligence. He wants to accept Putin's framing of this because he views Putin as the good guy in this invasion, and he views Zelensky as the bad guy. And you could just look at the way they greeted the two leaders as well. Volodymyr Zelensky comes to the United States. Not a single U.S. official is there to greet him. And now I want you to think about the red carpet treatment, and I mean literally the red carpet treatment that they gave Putin when he arrived in Alaska for that summit with Donald Trump, that disastrous, horrific summit with Donald Trump, where he made a complete fool out of Donald Trump, where Donald Trump had our United States military quite literally get on their knees and roll out the red carpet for Vladimir Putin. And we see Trump do this all the time, whether it's with his 2020 election lies or whether he's speaking about Portland. There's an invasion in Portland. Portland's in chaos. We need to send in the military. He did it here in my city of Los Angeles. Same thing. It's the same way that Putin operates. It's the same concept when Putin goes, oh, Nazification. We need to denazify Ukraine, and that's why we're going in there. They're constantly their horrific actions because with these autocrats to be evil now, I'm going to go kill some people. That's my move. They try to wrap it in this other framing, whether it's framing of patriotism, whether it's a religious framing, whether it's a framing of revenge or retribution for wrongs that happened to them. And so you see right now what is happening. And I think there's such a stark difference as well in general there, but has to go to Mar-a-Lago just so that Donald Trump doesn't get him killed, essentially. But thankfully, when he was here, he also met up with Prime Minister Carney in Canada. They had a good meeting. And I think that contrast that we saw within a 24-hour period of Zelensky's meeting with Mark Carney and then meeting with Donald Trump, you see actually who is taking the mantle as leader of the free world, who is actually out there protecting democracy and protecting Ukraine's sovereignty. And then you see evil. You see Donald Trump. You see the people sitting at this very table that I'm showing right now to our viewers of the video podcast, sitting around. I mean, look at all of these people. You see people like Stephen Miller and Witkoff and all these people around Donald Trump who are just the epitome of evil right here. It's all very transparent, but that's how these autocrats work, and they rely on their propaganda networks. They rely on their mouthpieces in order to kind of spin these stories and get it out there. But I think our audience is a lot smarter than this, and I think the American people as a whole are a lot smarter than this.
Absolutely. And you hit the nail on the head right there too, Brett, because that's exactly Donald Trump's plan, right? He is counting on the fact that Donald Trump thinks you, the American person, are too dumb to see through all of this bullshit. That's it. Period. Dot. For me, it comes down to this. I don't, in my heart of heart, I genuinely don't understand this need from Donald Trump to just bend over backwards to appease Putin, right? It's this love of the strongman mentality that has now put the United States in a very, very just awful predicament, because coming out of this in a post-Trump era, Ben, as I like to ask you about, it's scary to think where our allies are going to stand with us, just seeing how our president right now at this time is so buddy-buddy with Vladimir Putin, Ben.
Yeah, our former allies are in a containment mode, right? They have to do this dance and pretend that the United States is still an ally just to keep as much of the intelligence apparatus that still wants to be supportive close enough. But then they have to develop their own plans, and they have to assess the world, recognizing that Trump sees the world as the United States as spheres of influence. The United States controls the Western Hemisphere, Russia controls Europe and Russia, and China controls all of Asia. That's how Donald Trump sees everything. But just take a look right here about just even like the statements that were put out by Putin and Trump this morning, like as they signal to each other in their authoritarian language. Putin tells Trump that Kyiv's terrorist actions will not go unanswered, and that there's going to have to be like negotiations recognizing their terroristic goals. And then Trump's response is how shocked and outraged he is. Just think about what Donald Trump's doing to justify the war crimes taking place off the coast of Venezuela. Narco-terrorism. These are terrorists. They are bringing in fentanyl in order to kill millions of Americans. Every one of these boats that we blow up, we've saved 25, 50,000 lives. By the way, fentanyl is a scourge, but fentanyl is not coming from these fishing boats off the coast of Venezuela. Venezuela brings zero fentanyl. And just, if you want to remove Venezuela from the equation, think about how Trump weaponized the language of fentanyl and terrorist attacks, accusing Canada of bringing in fentanyl and killing Americans. That was Trump's pretext for tariffs. We have to. They're killing Americans. They're behaving in a terroristic way. It's the same deranged authoritarian language that is used. And watch, I mean, when Donald Trump held this press conference with Zelensky, and he was asked some pretty basic questions by the press. Just listen to how he answers the question. So the reporter asks Trump, did Putin agree to a ceasefire to allow a referendum? Right? A pretty basic question, right? Donald Trump says that he was going to end the war in 24 hours. And remember a few months back, where Donald Trump said that if Russia did not agree to the ceasefire, what was Donald Trump going to do? Impose secondary sanctions. You know what Trump did instead? He removed the sanctions. Didn't impose secondary. He removed the sanctions. And you know who he sanctioned?
No, Ben, that's not fair. I'm reading right here that he put sanctions on the EU. He put sanctions on Europe. Sorry, I got my yes.
So he put the sanctions on Europe because Europe wanted to have moderation on bots and consumer fraud on social media apps that have more than 45 million users. So the Trump regime says, Europe is running an anti-free speech regime, but then all of these social media platforms are banned in Russia and Saudi Arabia, but they're rewarded, right? Russia's diplomats were jet skiing off the coast of Miami. I mean, did you see these videos of Dmitriev, who runs their sovereign wealth fund, like mocking the U.S.? Dude was jet skiing in Miami, while these top European diplomats are now banned from coming into the United States. And Saudi Arabia gets America's most highly classified and valuable semiconductor chips, while Donald Trump does business deals with Saudi Arabia. So here's Donald Trump being asked, did Putin agree to a ceasefire to allow a referendum? Here, play this clip.
Did Russia agree, or did Putin agree to a ceasefire to allow a referendum to take place?
Not a ceasefire, and that's one of the points that we're working on right now. No, not a ceasefire. He feels that, look, they're fighting and to stop, and then if they have to start again, which is a possibility, he doesn't want to be in that position. I understand that position. The president feels strongly about that or something, but I think we're finding ways that we can get around that. But I understand President Putin from that standpoint. You have to understand the other side. And I'm on the side of peace. I'm on the side of stopping the war. So, but I think that's a problem that's going to get solved.
Spam texts like these or spam phone calls like these, then it's highly likely that your data has been breached. There's a new website you can use to check if your information is being passed around on these dark web databases. If you are getting weird scam text messages and tons of phone calls from unknown numbers, your information is probably on these dark web databases. Let me tell you how this happens. When companies suffer a data breach, hackers can steal personal information like names, phone numbers, email addresses, and even passwords. This data is then sold on the dark web or to other scammers. So if your information was part of a breach from a service like a bank, shopping site, or social media, scammers could then use your very own personal information from the breaches to send scam texts and calls that are more personal and real. So I strongly urge you to use this website called OmniWatch. It's really quick to check if you're one of the people who had their data stolen. All you have to do is tap the link below right now. Then just type in your email and it will search the database, including the dark web, for you in like 20 or 30 seconds. It's called a dark web scan, and it takes almost no time at all. It's totally worth your time to know what information of yours may be exposed so you can protect your information, including your credit and finances. So tap below now, you will not regret it.
It's whatever.
What are those words even coming out of your mouth? I understand it. I'm on the side of peace. I understand why the ceasefire would cause more of the war. Stopping the war causes more of the war. Like, do we realize how idiotic the things that he's saying are? And by the way, the reason that we've covered on the Midas Touch Network what Putin's been saying, what Lavrov has been saying, what Yushakov has been saying, what Dmitriev have been saying, what Peskov has been saying, right? Maybe our corporate news wants to cover what these people are saying. Because every time they talk about Trump's fake deals and how close we are, I'm like, are you listening to what the Russians are saying? They keep saying that they want total surrender. They're saying that the special operation, as they call it, is never going to end. They say that Zelensky is the illegitimate leader. They say Ukraine is an artificial state that needs to be wiped off the map. Like, are you listening to what they're saying? There's not even an inkling or a desire on the Russian side for any peace. So it's like, what are we regurgitating? And at every step, Zelensky said, yeah, we'll do a ceasefire. Yes, we'll do a ceasefire. Absolutely, we'll do a ceasefire tomorrow. All Zelensky's saying is, we just need security guarantees to make sure that once we do this, it's not then going to result in further invasions and incursions. I mean, just think about what the different positions are. Now, I want to show you this right here as President Zelensky has to stand there as Donald Trump is saying, I actually think that Putin really wants to help Ukraine by taking it over. Like, I think that the whole goal here is to help Zelensky, and that's what Russia's endgame is. Watch Zelensky's face while this is happening. Here, play this clip.
So, in your conversation with President Putin, did you discuss what responsibility Russia will have for any kind of reconstruction of Ukraine post an agreement?
I did. They're going to be helping. Russia's going to be helping. Russia wants to see Ukraine succeed. Once it sounds a little strange, but I was explaining to the president,
Wait a minute, hold on.
President Putin was very generous in his feeling toward Ukraine succeeding, including supplying energy, electricity, and other things at very low prices. So a lot of good things came out of that call today, but they were in the works for 2 weeks with.
What in the world are you talking about,
like,
Brett and Jordy?
motherfucker.
I mean, you listen to that, and it's like the fact that Zelensky has to sit there and take that.
Right.
The restraint that you need to have as Zelensky here. I mean, the guy has the patience of a saint. I will say it's incredibly impressive of him. But quite frankly, he knows his life is on the line here. And as I was saying earlier, he's got to play this, do this ridiculous dance with Donald Trump because Trump really does, unfortunately, have the fate of his life in his hands in so many ways. But thankfully, Europe has come together, and Europe has actually shown to be the leader of the free world, along with people like Mark Carney. And I think you're actually seeing that leadership matter right now more than ever, whether it's with funding guarantees, as we saw Prime Minister Carney announce, or whether it's other measures that Europe is announcing. I mean, Friedrich Merz in Germany has, I think, been a real big leader in this, in protecting Ukraine, and thank God for that, right? I mean, without that, they would just have, the United States rolling over and Ukraine being handed right to Putin. But you have Zelensky there, and he just needs to, sort of suck it up during these moments when he's asked to come to, Mar-a-Lago. And unfortunately, I think he's like pressured. He has to do it. Like, people are like, why does he even go there? Why does he? I mean, he has to. Like, his life's on the line. He's got a calculation that he has to make there. But he knows who Donald Trump is, as you can see on his face there, and he knows who Mark Carney is, and he knows who these European leaders are, and he knows who Vladimir Putin is, and he knows where Donald Trump's allegiances lie. And I think that's the important part here. It reminds me of, you guys watch Hamilton? Do you guys see Hamilton? Like the King's song, when he says, when push comes to shove, I'll send a fully armed battalion to remind you of my love. Da, da, da. That's kind of what I feel like Donald Trump is saying about Putin here. He just wants the best for Ukraine. He's just showing how much he loves Ukraine here. He just wants to protect Ukraine. It's like, dude, what the hell are you talking about? There's been the most relentless bombing campaign against Ukraine that we have seen maybe since the beginning of the war just took place. We've been following and we've been posting these videos of the Ukrainian people who've had to light their towns up by bonfire because the power was out, because of Vladimir Putin's attacks on Kyiv, because of attacks on their infrastructure. There are all these horrifying videos of these missile attacks and drone attacks on residential apartment buildings in Kyiv. This is a very, very serious issue, and right now we have, I would say perhaps, but not perhaps, we have the single worst person in the entire world who could possibly be in charge in the United States right now, overseeing this issue, in charge in the United States right now, and that's a big problem.
I give Zelensky all the credit in the world for that restraint. And Brett, just building on your point, yes, Zelensky's life, but also the life of his people, right? Zelensky holding a lot back there, a lot of restraint, as Donald Trump says, Putin wants peace. Putin wants peace. He wants peace for the Ukrainians. Zelensky just holding his nose there, and good for him. I don't know how many people would be able to not just say, hey, man, that's insane what you're saying right now, and actually speak out, but I give him all the credit because, to your point, B, we have the single worst person in charge right now to be handling this. Not only that, he is guilty of, in my opinion, here, helping the Russians and helping Putin and helping this prolong. And so what corporate media, Ben, I want to build onto your point earlier as well, what they're so guilty of themselves is they won't just hold Donald Trump's feet to the fire out of the nonsense that he's spewing, but what they'll actually do, and it's way more evil, they'll find a word, or I guess two words smashed together when he says, want peace. And then the headlines that night on the evening, Donald Trump wants peace, calls for peace for the Ukrainians and Russians. And what a great, that is so friggin' evil to me, man. That's why I'm so happy we have this show. We have the Midas Mighty, and y'all know that, like I said in the beginning, we bring the receipts. I'm glad that we got to play that clip in its full context here, because you guys know when you're watching that corporate news at your dinner tables, whenever that be, they're going to clip that one teeny portion out. But the response that Trump gave was totally banana land. Like, it was absurd. It made no sense. And yet no one wants to hold his feet from the corporate media side of things to the fire and be like, hey, man, What did you say? Like, it's not adding up, and you're not making any sense.
Go back to February, right around that time when Trump had Zelensky in, and Trump thought, I'm going to bring him in there. JD, here's what we're going to do. We're going to corner him, surround him, threaten him, and then this is how it's going to go down. And then we're going to give Putin all of the Ukrainian land, the U.S., and Putin will splice it up. We'll get certain minerals. Putin gets certain minerals. Putin gets the territory. America can try to, extract, whatever, additional rare earth elements and stuff from Ukraine. That was the plan. And Zelensky didn't back down, and Europe didn't back down. You saw Trump lashing out there when Zelensky didn't back down. And then since then, you've actually had a steady growth in European solidarity around Ukraine. Brett, you mentioned Friedrich Merz in Germany, but you have Prime Minister Carney in Canada. You have Keir Starmer doing a good job. You have von der Leyen, the European Union Commission president, doing a really good job. You have Japan doing a very good job. You have Australia. You have countries across the world supporting Ukraine, and I don't think Trump expected that to happen. And I think if you're Zelensky, you look at the calendar and you're like, all right, I made it a year. we got to make it another year, and we got to make it another year after that. And then hopefully we can get somebody in this government who's going to, look out for Ukraine. And I think that's Zelensky's calculus. We've got a lot more to discuss. We got to definitely discuss what's going on here in the United States, but we should also still talk about what's going on between China and Taiwan and the threats from China. We should talk about what's happening with Iran. We should talk more about this visit from Netanyahu, where Donald Trump said that he's spoken with the president of Israel, Herzog, and so Israel has a president and a prime minister. The president has the pardon power. The president is Herzog, and Trump says, we're going to get you one. I spoke to Herzog, and he says that he's giving you the pardon for all of your crimes, Netanyahu. And then Herzog had to respond, we've never talked. This is not true. This is what Trump just makes up fake conversations with people. We'll talk about that and more. A reminder, or maybe the first time I'm saying this, so not quite a reminder. We're going to be doing a State of the Midas address, kind of like a State of the Union address, but the State of the Midas address, the Midas State of the Union address. We'll be doing that January 5th on Patreon, where you can join us, listen to our State of the Union, and ask us any questions that you may have. We'll open it up for a long time. We'll answer all of your questions at patreon.com/MidasTouch. We'll be hosting our 2026 Midas Touch State of the Union, patreon.com/MidasTouch. You're not going to want to miss that. Let's take our first quick break of the show. We'll be right back. As you guys know, I take my health really seriously, but I also know I need to look out for my dog's health too. Because here's the thing, my dog tends to deal with itchy skin, licking paws nonstop, and those head shakes that make you immediately worry about their ears. And yes, my dog lives a very spoiled life, better food than me, endless treats, prime couch real estate, but even with all that, dogs still share 99% of their DNA with wolves, and modern life makes it harder for them to stay healthy. Dog allergies are actually up 30% in the last decade. They're exposed to pollen, dust, mold, and even human dander every day. And 90% of your dog's immune system lives in the gut. So when gut health is weak, allergies get worse. That's why I use Better Wild Allergy Relief Soft Chews. They're designed to support your pet's allergy defense system by strengthening digestion. They use a special blend of wolf probiotics called Ancestral Advantage to support long-term allergy relief by strengthening your dog's natural defenses. These chews include 4 key ingredients: an ancestral blend of wolf probiotics called Ancestral Advantage, L-Sakii, a patented postbiotic, not probiotic, derived from kimchi that's been clinically proven to reduce itchiness and redness in just 2 months, colostrum to boost immune function, and salmon oil for healthy skin and fur. They also have chews choose for joint support, dental health, and a digestive support meal topper. I give the chews daily. My dog loves the flavor, and they genuinely feel better knowing that I'm supporting their health from the inside out. Better Wild is committed to helping your dogs with science-backed, veterinarian-approved solutions that you can feel great about. And right now, Better Wild is offering our listeners up to 40% off your order at betterwild.com/Midas. That's betterwild.com/Midas for up to 40% off your order. betterwild.com/Midas. MEIDAS. All right, real talk. What's the hardest part of eating enough protein every day? For me, it's not knowing what to do. It's that life happens. Some days I crush a workout and meal prep like a champ, and other days I look up at 3 p.m. and realize I've only had carbs. That's honestly why I started using Huel. It helps on gym days, busy days, and especially those I tried days. And a quick heads up, Huel is now in Target nationwide. You can grab the Black Edition ready to drink right off the shelf, which is huge when you're sprinting through the store or straight out the door. What I love is pairing the ready to drink with the Black Edition powder. The RTD is my emergency button, a complete high-protein meal when I don't have the time to think. The powder's for home days when I want something customizable or post-workout. Having both keeps me consistent instead of falling off my routine. Both give you 35 grams of protein, 27 essential vitamins and minerals. They're gluten-free, no artificial sweeteners, colors, or flavors, and it's all under $5 a meal. It just makes the healthy choice the default. If you're focusing on protein right now or just trying to feel a little more put together, this bundle really helps. Grab Huel today in your local Target or get my exclusive offer of 15% off online with code MIDAS20 at Huel.com/Midas20. That's HUEL.com/MEIDAS20. Thank you to Huel for partnering and supporting our show.
This thing is already completely full of punctures. Apparently when he bites down on it, he just bites right into it. He started chewing the handle off, and I'm sure that won't last long. But one of our new favorite games is he carries it around real proudly, and I try to kick it out of his mouth. And this is one of those things that he will happily play fetch with, too.
All right, y'all. I'm finna end this stream. And I think I'll see you guys a little later. Happy New Year. And thank you for being there, the ones that came in. And, you're welcome. You're welcome always. This is Cooking with JW. And I'm ending this video.